So, Lamar, I know you've faced Joe before. You guys played on, I guess, playing with the Jets. But is it going to feel a little different seeing Flacco across the side here in Baltimore?
Yeah, definitely. A division rival, and how many times he done faced those guys, and seeing my guy in the meeting rooms my rookie year, yeah, it'll definitely be different. Just from the rivalry, it'll be different. Yeah.
What do you remember about that year back then? Just anything with
Flack?
Yeah.
Just him being in the meeting room and how cool he was with things he would say, and how funny he was. I don't know if people know, but Flack's funny, dog. And he used to have me rolling, man, as a rookie, bro. I used to be like, man, this man just say stuff so nonchalant, and it's great, man. He a great person to be around.
Is there any part of you that's surprised at 40 years old that he's
No. My rookie year, I seen Flack on this field right here throw a 80-yard bomb, crossbody, to Chris Moore. It was ridiculous. So for me to see that back then, no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind.
Going back to that rookie year, just how was the relationship? It wasn't easy for either one of you knowing the business decision that was had. I'm sure it could have been awkward knowing how 18 was going to end, and then you were coming in. Just if you go back to those times, what was it like working with him and kind of knowing his ending and your beginning was happening?
To be honest, I really didn't think much of it just because, I was just trying to learn much as I could my rookie year. I wasn't looking to be out there actually. I can't speak for Flack, but I was cool. I was cool. I feel like we had a great relationship. That's all I can say.
Do you think there will always be a connection with you two? It's just you've been quarterbacks here for a long time, each of you, and there will always just be this connection between you and Joe?
Yeah, just from, the saying, once a Raven, always a Raven. And I believe that's a fact.
I know you guys saw each other at NFL Honors a couple of years ago, and big hugs and all that. Just yeah. What was that
conversation? I was like, man, I thought we was gonna have to see you in the playoffs, because he was going crazy, and I think he was with the Browns at that time. Yeah, he was going crazy. So I'm like, man, I know you wanted to go against us, because he was on the road, man. He had those guys in a good position. Yeah.
Hey, Lamar, going back to the last game with the cramp situation, was that just a fluke thing for you, first game or something like that? A lot's being made out of why you weren't able to go back in at 4th and 3.
Why was a lot being made about that? But anyways, yeah, I was actually cramping the drive before that. The turnover happened. But I went to the sideline. If anybody paid attention, I was drinking pickle juice on the sideline already. I'm like, Sarah, I need to get hydrated. I'm cramping. I'm starting to feel cramps. And then we went back out there, and obviously, it happened. 4th and 3 happened. But if I wasn't cramping, we definitely would have went for it. I believe.
Where were you cramping? Where was the cramp?
My calves. Both of my calves. You know how they said, the Browns game, I had a poop game or something? That's how I was, but I was better off because it wasn't, happening right then and there. I just felt it, coming on. But, yeah, I was cramping again.
I'm glad you used the vote.
I don't know where that come from, because if I had to use the bathroom, I would have said it. I don't got no problem with saying that. I'm a grown man.
John said that you had a lengthy discussion with Eric about the incident with the fan.
Yeah.
Not to share what was said, but have you heard from the league about that, and what's your reaction about that whole thing a few days later?
Yeah, Eric talked to me about it. I believe everyone's seen what happened. Don't get me wrong, I didn't try to, it just happened. I got pushed. I'm like, what? I thought I was outside. I wasn't even thinking about me being out there on the field, but my apologies to that whoever that was. I don't know who it was. My apologies to him. Just chill next time. Just, you can talk trash and stuff, but keep your hands to yourself, man. That's all I can say.
Lamar, there was also a clip that we saw it looked like a beer bottle or a can flying toward Eric at the end of.
That's crazy. Stuff like that shouldn't be happening. It's not WWE. We playing football out here. We don't want to. I never seen one. Don't make me look bad, y'all. Flock Nation, don't make me look bad. I never seen any one of our fans do nothing like that to an opposing team. So just keep it football. Talk trash. I know guys gonna talk trash. I know the opposing team's gonna talk trash. Just keep it that way. But keep your hands and keep your objects to yourself.
Lamar, have you heard anything about, from the league about any kind of, any action they might take?
No, Jameson. I talked to Eric. Eric talked to me about it, and the league had to talk to Eric, to talk to me about it. So, yeah.
Were you frustrated going back to that, looking at that final pass that you threw, that
Nah, I kind of play football, but hopefully we start getting those calls sometime soon, fast. Hopefully that don't happen again to me, but it's football, man. I don't really cry. I don't cry on the field. I don't cry at all, really. I just play ball.
You were in kind of a similar situation a year ago. Tough loss on the road at Kansas City. Came home for the opener, and the Raiders got you guys. Do you reference that and remind them, hey, it doesn't matter?
I didn't even think about that. That's not on my mind. Loss that happened last year, we just trying to stay the course. We locked in on the Browns. That's a divisional game, and, we just trying to come out with the victory.
Hey, Lamar, finally, State of Baltimore waiting for the home opener. What's the vibe that you expect from the fans this Sunday?
Oh, man, I'm expecting the crowd to be going crazy, man. 30th anniversary right now. I'm looking for people to be popping out their skins. I know I will, looking forward to it.
Not that you guys are looking for anything extra to get you going, but what does, the 30th anniversary and all the pregame things that they have planned, do you think that'll do anything for you guys?
Man, I'm just happy to be a part of history, and we just trying to conquer the victory, come Sunday in front of the home crowd. I feel like it'll be incredible with all the festivities going on, for the crowd, the fans and stuff like that.
What role does Ozzie Newsome still play in this organization for you, and what does he mean to you?
Man, that was the guy who got me here, believed in me. He told me that. Actually, I remember on the visit, just talking to him, he was like, man, there's something about you. Something about you. And he was writing in his little notebook, and then for him to call me, draft night 2018, it was incredible. He actually believed in me. So, man, I always got respect, a lot of love and respect from Mr. Ozzie.
Along those lines, Lamar, if you go back to the combine with Ozzie, he was asked about, teams were talking about you working out a wide receiver, and he was asked about that, and he said, on our board, he's a quarterback. Did you remember that at the time?
I didn't.
Did it mean something to you, though, for him to kind of, be so declarative about that?
Yeah, it means a lot to me, G. Just for me being a quarterback for this organization, man, and him being the GM at the time, and just everything we done been through, still being here, and like I said, I got a lot of love and respect for Mr. Ozzie.
After coming off an emotional loss like the one in Buffalo, do you or any of the leaders try to say anything so make sure everyone is looking forward and not looking back?
No, to be honest, I haven't said anything. I feel like Derek, he spoke up. He's obviously a leader on our team. He spoke up after the loss that I seen because I wasn't in there. But I feel like everybody knows what we should be doing. All of us, both sides of the ball, including special teams. All of us know what we should be doing, man, and we just trying to come out with a victory.
Thank you, Lamar.
Thanks, Lamar.
Appreciate you.